So much for gaining any momentum from yesterday's 2-1 victory over the Red Sox. Blue Jays fall 5-3 to the Red Sox in walk-off fashion. Mitch Marlin hitting a 2-run shot off of Thomas Hatch in the bottom of the ninth inning. And the Blue Jays lose, like I said, 5-3. Now let's get to this game because, you know what? No matter what, the offense is still struggling. They came into this series facing a Boston pitching staff. It's not very good. Not very many known players. Not very many good pitchers at all. And the Blue Jays score a maximum of 3 runs. They scored 3 today, 3 in Game 1, and 2 in Game 2. You just can't do that and expect to win. You're banking on your pitching staff shutting teams down consistently. You just can't do that, guys. It's ridiculous. Now, the Blue Jays do find a way to come back a couple times in this ball game. I mean, they were down 1-0 in the second as Mitch Marlin hits his first home run of the ball game, and it's a straightaway center shot off of Matt Shoemaker, and it's a 1-0 game. Where did Shoemaker fire that pitch? It was a fastball right down Broadway. Not many players, especially good players, are going to miss that. Mitch Marlin has been red hot this season, hitting .296. He already had 4 home runs coming into the game. Now he has 6. He has been fantastic offensively this year for the Boston Red Sox. But then in the next half inning, Cavan Biggio comes up and gets a 3-1 pitch, a hanging curveball from Nathan Eovaldi, and crushes it. And I mean straight up crushes that thing to more or less right center field, and it's gone, and we're tied at 1. Okay, we're right back in this ball game. You got an early run, you're tied. Let's get back into this now. Next half inning, Verdugo is safe at first on a fielder's choice error by Matt Shoemaker, and look, Shoemaker, come on, buddy. It's the simplest of plays, and you just can't have it. Errors kill you in ball games. When good offensive teams cause errors, when they make you make errors, they hurt you. And now you're trailing 2-1, and the offense for the Jays hasn't been very good. Top of the 4th inning, in the next half inning, Teoscar Hernandez gets a double, and then Vladimir Guerrero Jr. gets an RBI single to center field. Great job by Vladdy. Another good piece of hitting from him in as of late, I guess, over the last, after that hit, I think it was, I think it was 8 of his last 19, and 4 of those were doubles. So, very good signs for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. heating up, and we're tied at 2 apiece. That's what you want to see, right? Great stuff there. Top of the 6th inning, Bo Bichette comes up, and on the first pitch, a fastball up in the zone from Nathan Eovaldi. He's throwing 97, so all Bo has to do is get back to ball, and he does, and he hits the ball deep to right center field, and it's gone into the bullpen. Blue Jays now lead it for the first time in the game, 3-2. In the next half inning, though, Rafael Devers belts one to straightaway center in the biggest part of the ballpark and finds a way to hit it out, and we're tied yet again. Pitching does a great job. I'm not really sure why Ryan Barucki only faced 3 batters, but he does. Strikes out the side. Thomas Hatch goes out there for his first inning, and strikes out the side there. Looks like he's doing pretty well, but then in the 9th inning, Mitch Marlin comes up and hits a 2-run shot to walk it off, and that's the ball game. The inability to string hits together. The Jays only have 6 hits again, 3 runs on 6 hits. I'm in awe. I'm really shocked to see what this team is doing right now. I mean, you look at your big name players. Cavan Biggio had 1 for 3. He had the home run. Bo had the home run, and Guerrero went 1 for 4 with the RBI single. That's great. But where's everybody else? Randall Grichuk's getting paid pretty good money. He was 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts. Rowdy Tellez 0 for 4 with 2 Ks. Reese McGuire, who it was supposed to be Danny Jansen, but he got scratched for some reason. Reese McGuire went 0 for 3 with a strikeout in the game. And then Travis Shaw, the number 3 hitter, went 0 for 4 with 3 Ks. A lot of guys really struggled. And again, as I've mentioned before, strikeouts are just useless outs. At least with ground outs and fly outs, they might have an opportunity to do something for your ball club. Strikeouts do nothing, and the Jays had 15 Ks. Too many. Way too many for the Blue Jays. I mean, look at guys like Kevin Biggio still hitting under 200. Bichette's hitting 289. He's having a great year so far offensively. Travis Shaw's hitting 200. Teoscar Hernandez hitting 300. He's having a great year. Gurriel's hitting 295. Vladdy's now hitting 240, so he's slowly getting that average up there a little bit more. Rowdy Tellez and Reese McGuire round out the lineup. 143 and 133. They are doing horrendous. The Blue Jays offense is one of the, if not the worst offense in baseball. And that has to change if this team wants to go anywhere. The pitching's done all they can. The bullpen, the starting rotation, Shoemaker went into the 6th inning today. Yeah, he wasn't the greatest, but he pitched into the 6th, or he pitched 6 innings for the second time this year. The second time a Blue Jays pitcher has done it, and both times it's been Matt Shoemaker. But the team doesn't give you any offense. You're in high leverage, high tough situations with no offense behind you, so you feel like you have to throw up zeros. And that's not what you want. You want a cohesive unit where you're like, all right, hey, boys, 3 up, 3 down, let's get out there and get the bats going. Well, if the bats are not going, period, the pitchers are going to constantly feel like they're in danger. They're pressure-packed situations, and you don't want them to go through that. Let's go through the bullpen today and see what they did. Obviously, we talked about Matt Shoemaker's 6 innings. He only gave up 3 hits. 3 runs. It says 2 were earned, even though he committed the error, which I think is a ridiculous reason for it being a non-earned run. He didn't walk a batter, and he struck out 6. So you look at the line of 6 innings, 3 hits, 6 strikeouts, and not a single walk, and even 3 runs. It's not a bad outing for Matt Shoemaker. Drops his ERA from like 5.90 something to 4.86, so a lot better in that sense. But really, he gave your team a chance to win, but the Jays offense just did not show up against the Eovaldi or the bullpen for the Boston Red Sox. Ryan Bruckey, like I said, went out there for a clean inning, 3 strikeouts. Great job. An inning and 2/3 for Thomas Hatch. Obviously gave him the 1 hit, and it was the big problem. And he also walked Bogarts, which was a tough one. You really wanted to get Bogarts to end that inning. And he struck out 3 guys, struck out the side there in the 8th inning. It's just a tough time right now. They're finding ways to lose, and it's really tough to see because you're seeing how many games this team is in. The only real game this team was not in was the 10-1 loss to the Atlanta Braves. Other than that, they've been in almost every single game. I think that's the part that's hurting the most is that they're in every game, but they're on the wrong side of every single game. Well, not every single one, but a lot. The Jays are now, 5-8 on the season. They're 5th in the AL East. The Boston Red Sox passed the Jays. They're dead last in the American League East. They're not playing very well. Their offense ain't clicking. They got to find a way. The good news for Jays fans is they're an off day tomorrow. So that is great news for the Jays. I think they need this to figure things out. They need the off day because then they go to Buffalo to take on the Miami Marlins, who are red flipping hot. They're 7-3. And they've lost their last 2 games. They were 7-1. But now you got to play a lot of names that we're not going to know here, people. So Elisier, I don't know. Hernandez is on the mound for the Marlins in Game 1 against Hyun Jin Ryu. So he's looking to not bounce back, but have a very good outing in his back-to-back outings for Ryu. 5 shutout innings in his last outing. You want to see that again there against Miami in Buffalo on Tuesday. Game 2 is, this is a young pitcher, Jordan Yamamoto. He had a rough first go-around, 4 innings, an ERA of 9. He had a tough time there against Nate Pearson. So again, 2 games, the Blue Jays should win, but have an opportunity to get a W. So figure it out. Then they have another day off on the Thursday before they welcome the Tampa Bay Rays to, it's not Coca-Cola Field anymore, so we'll have to figure that one out. If you guys know the field of Buffalo Bisons, let me know. And then the Rays come to town for a 3-game stretch. So the Blue Jays have a chance right here against the Marlins to get a couple wins, have a couple days off, figure things out, and then get into a tough series against the Rays, which arguably could be a big series because they're a team that's going to be battling up there for that number 2 seed in the AL East. If the Jays are still all about that. They got to figure it out offensively if they want to even sniff around that area. They have to be better. And that's all there is to it. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and enjoyed most of the game, because it was a pretty competitive game from start to finish, really, except for that 9th inning loss, hit the like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below your thoughts on the video, your thoughts on the game, who'd you like, who'd you not like. What are your thoughts on the bats, and what can they do to get better? And I'm not talking about, put this guy here, this guy there. What the heck do they need to do? There's got to be something. All right, let me know in the comments below. Twitter is down below for myself. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. Also, the Instagram link is down in the description, so follow up down below for both of those. And I will talk to you guys Leafs edition later tonight as they are in action for Game 5 of the first or qualifying round against the Columbus Blue Jackets, looking to punch their ticket into the first round. If I'm not mistaken, it's against Tampa, but you got to find a way to get past Columbus. Game 5 tonight. After that crazy game in Game 4, you really want to win this Game 5 and move on to make it a big, meaningful Game 4 win. Instead, it's just a crazy ending to a game that you ended up losing the next one anyways. You don't want that. Game 5 tonight, 8 p.m. puck drop there at Scotiabank Arena. As for the Raptors, we'll talk about that very shortly as they took on the Memphis Grizzlies today. And there's a little bit of a scare, but we'll talk about that very shortly as they did pull away with the victory against Memphis. We'll talk about that in a jiffy. And I will talk to you guys Blue Jays edition on Tuesday as they, like I said, as they take on the Miami Marlins. Hernandez on the mound for the Miami Marlins and Hyun Jin Ryu on the mound for the Blue Jays. Game 1 of the mini 2-game set against the Marlins. The Jays need to get their offense going. Hopefully this off day gets them in the groove and gets them back into the swing of things. Ain't that, you like that, eh? All right, so thank you guys so much for listening and watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Talk to you guys then.